Hello, my name is Diana, and I'm going to walk you through how to use Zoom to attend a library program. So what are some things we're going to cover? We will look at registration, how to join a program, features within Zoom, and additional contacts for assistance if you need some more help in the future. So let's cover some registration. How did you learn about this program? Maybe you read about it in our Check It Out newsletter, in which case we would go ahead and put some links for registration in there, as you can see here. Or maybe you found a program that you were interested in attending by looking at the City of Plano calendar. You could always go to that by going to this page, plano.gov/calendar.aspx. This will give you everything that is happening currently in the city. If you go to Plano Online Activities Calendar, that will give you a list of programs that are currently available. Let's say you wanted to join a program such as this book club that says Virtual Library Program, what are you reading now? You would then be able to click more details. This will also lead you to the registration page. Every time you click a link, it will send you to a registration page. So Zoom makes a differentiation between a meeting and a webinar. Generally for us, meetings will be set up for programs such as book clubs and our small talk program, which allows for more collaboration. More presentation style programs will generally be set up as a webinar. Regardless, registration is the same. You will put your first name, your last name, and an email address. It's important to put an email that you have access to so that you can get the confirmation link in order to attend the program the day of. And this is an example of a webinar registration. It should look about the same, except it might have our logo in the place, but the same information will be required. First name, last name, a valid email address, and that same email address repeated, and then you will click register. Once you click register, you will get an automatic registration approved screen. The information that you will receive will be the topic, so the program title, the description of the program, the date and time in the local time zone, and just a reminder that you can also add your information to a calendar. So maybe you keep track of all of your programs and things that you're doing in your life on Google or Outlook or Yahoo. It will also give you the link for you to automatically join. And if you need to cancel your registration, you may place it there. It's important to note that whenever you register for a program, each program has its own special link. In the cases of book clubs or something that is repeating, we have maintained it where it will have the same link so that you can go in and use the same confirmation each week to join us. Otherwise, for programs such as webinars or, in our case, any special presentation related programs will each have a unique link. Once you've clicked a link to join a program, you will get this box that says Open Zoom Meetings, or it'll say Open Webinar, and you'll click Open. If you do not already have Zoom put on your computer or your device, it will ask you to download and run it or to add it. It doesn't take very long, but the system will prompt you to do that if you haven't done so already. So I will go ahead and open this one. Since I'm joining a program that has already been opened, it will let me in automatically. I can then join with the computer audio. And this is the environment that you will see. I'm currently muted in the environment as I'm doing the voiceover. In the case of a program that you may have entered earlier than the host, you'll get a message like this. It will say something along the line of, please wait, the meeting host will let you in soon. This is to let you know that the program has not officially started. Once inside this space, you will see that there are some different options. At the bottom, you'll you will get to see a participants list, a chat feature, and some screen sharing, depending on how the program has been set up. Usually these will be for our book clubs and other spaces where we want to have some more interaction with you. Usually we'll also have the ability to start your video, just like this. Other features of the meeting environment, which is also similar to the webinar environment, is that you can click your chat window. This is going to be a space where you can enter in questions. You can also click your participants window, which also lets you see who else is in the program with you. Most of the time, we'll use chat as a way to ask questions if we're not having a live conversation. So I can say something like, "Hi, how is everyone doing?" And that will go to everyone in this space. If the host were going to ask a question, what they could do is also chat with you. Maybe the host could say something like, "Doing fine. How are you?" You'll see the chat come in automatically here. But in the case that you don't have chat up, and say maybe one of your friends says hello, you'll see this little number pop up to let you know that there is in fact someone who is trying to chat with you. And you can click it open and it'll give you that message. So let's talk about more traditional programs that aren't meeting based. These are ones that Zoom calls webinars, but for us are programs. In the case of this one, I am attempting to get into a webinar that has yet to start. This will allow me some time to do things such as test my speaker to make sure I can hear everything that I need to hear. So in the case of this program, I'm currently waiting for me to be able to get in. I'll have to be allowed in by the person that is starting the program. And usually what's happening on the backside is that there may be your presenter and anyone assisting that person setting up the virtual environment. In reality, it's very much like our programs that we see in the library spaces, where maybe we have the door shut in order to prepare, but we're ready to open the door right at the hour or right at the time that we're going to start to let you in and enjoy the program. So let's go ahead and get that program started. And then you'll see that you'll be let in just a moment. Traditionally, if you are attending one of our programs, you will see this beginning page, and that will give you also some information regarding the controls in the environment and some best practices, such as just being respectful when making comments. If you originally get your screen this way and you're thinking, okay, how do I do other things, or maybe how do I see the chat, I'll kind of navigate some of those things with you. For example, you go to the bottom and click chat, it will open a separate window, but if this is too much in the way, you can move it. But I find it also sometimes blocks the content itself, in which case you can go up to the top and say view options. And you can exit the full screen so that the chat exists on the right-hand side. If you are the kind of person that also likes to maybe multitask, you can also do something like this and open the page to how you want it to be. If it's half a page on your screen, and so forth. Aside from chat, there are other ways that you can participate in a program. Depending on what you attend, a program may also have a poll feature, in which case a poll will come up in the middle of your screen. So for example, I will go ahead and submit a poll that asks, what's your experience with Zoom? You can answer the question, have you used Zoom before? Yes, and submit. The host then, based on the number of attendees, will go ahead and share the results with the whole group. And so that's one way you can participate. And that little icon will be at the bottom. Another thing to consider is that you may have to troubleshoot some of your audio settings, depending on how you're listening to your program. Maybe you're putting headphones or earbuds into a laptop, or maybe you're just listening through speakers you have that exist. Another feature to point you to is this audio settings portion here at the end. That will allow you to test your speaker or confirm that things, as you can see the levels of my microphone, are actually working. Okay, so we've reached the end of the program. And we're going to go ahead and thank you for attending our virtual program. Once attendees began to file out, in which case you can actually press leave and do it on your own. It'll ask you to leave the meeting, which you could do so. Another way is you could wait for the person who is hosting the program to go ahead and end the program too. But if you leave meeting, it's going to go ahead and close it out for you. Once you've exited a program, we have it set up where we also will have a survey immediately available. This will help us determine what programs that we should be doing in the future. We do take recordings and send them to those that had registered, and any other resources that may have been shared during a program. We hope that this tutorial was informative for you. If you need additional assistance, there is always an email contact that is available in the email confirmation you've received for the program. You may contact that person for some tech-related or additional questions. Otherwise, you can also fill out a form with our Ask a Librarian, Book a Librarian service. The hyperlink is here, but it is available on our website. If you go to planolibrary.org, you can go to About, and that will lead you to our Help from a Librarian, which will allow you to ask a quick reference question or schedule a time to talk with a librarian one-on-one for 30 minutes and to give you additional instruction. Thank you again for viewing this tutorial, and we hope to see you soon.